Now question number 6, it is sort of a puzzle. It says, imagine a unit square in the plane to be a carom board. So it's the unit square. So this length is 1. And this length is also 1. Assume the striker is just a point moving with no friction, and that when it hits an edge, the angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence as in real life. If the striker ever hits a corner, it falls into the pocket and disappears. The trajectory of the striker is completely determined by its starting point xy. So suppose we have any striker, then trajectory is determined by this point, which is x, y, and also its initial velocity, which is pq. The p in horizontal direction and say q is in vertical direction. If the striker eventually returns to its initial state, we define its bounce number to be number of edges it hits before returning it to the initial state for the first time. So suppose, for example, there is a striker which is at 0.5, 0.5, that is center of this board, and has a velocity 1, 0, that is it is headed in the x direction. So first it will hit this edge, and then it will rebound, and again it will hit this edge, and then it will come to the same position with same velocity. So in that case, this bounce number, it will be 2. In the same way, it says for initial state 0.25 and 0.75, it has bounce number of 4. So this is how this particle is going to bounce back. Now the first question is, if the striker has initial state of 0.5, 0.5 and velocity of pq, so if p is greater than q, what is its velocity after it hits an edge for the first time? And if q is greater than p, what is its velocity? So we'll consider this carom board. Now we have this striker which is at 0.5, 0.5, and this is y equals x line. Now we know that if a striker hits horizontal edge, then after reflection, its velocity, which is pq, will change to minus p and q. So only the horizontal component of the velocity will change, vertical component will not change. And if the striker hits the vertical column, in that case, only the vertical component is going to change, horizontal component won't change. So in that case, it will change from pq to p, minus q. Now first question is, if p is greater than q. So if p is greater than q, so that means this angle, it is less than 45 degrees. So if p is greater than q, in that case, its velocity will change from pq to minus p and q. So it will be true when p is greater than q and it is greater than equal to 0. And if q is greater than p, which is greater than equal to 0, then in that case, it will hit a vertical edge. The velocity will change from pq to p minus q. Now question number B is, draw a trajectory with bounce number of 5 or justify why it is impossible. Now we know that after any bounce, only one of the component will change. So if initial state is pq, then after say m horizontal reflections and n vertical reflections, its velocity will be minus p to the power m and minus q to the power n. Now it should be equal to p and q. It will be same as p and q when both m and n, they are even numbers. So if m and n, they are even numbers, then bounce number cannot be an odd number. So bounce number of 5 is not possible. Now question number C, it says, consider a trajectory with initial state x, y and velocity as p, 0. So here, suppose we have any position, say x, y, and velocity is in the horizontal direction and it is p. Now we need to find the time that the striker takes to return to its initial state. So the striker, it has to cover this distance twice and this distance twice. So this striker has to cover a distance of actually 2 units with the velocity p. So time taken to complete this journey, it will simply be distance upon speed. So this is 2 upon p. So time taken by this striker to return to its initial state is 2 by p. Now we'll come to its fourth part. And its fourth part is, what is the bounce number for initial state x, y, and pq, where p and q are relatively prime positive integers, assuming that striker never hits a corner. So a striker starts from xy and it returns to xy with same velocity. Now we know that in any horizontal bounce, time taken to complete one journey is 2 upon p, and so this is t horizontal, and time taken to complete one vertical journey is 2 upon q. So now let us say that it is after time t, particle returns to its initial state. Now time taken to complete one horizontal journey is 2 upon p. So number of horizontal trips in time t, it will be given by t upon 2 upon p, which will simply be tp upon 2, and number of vertical journeys will be given by t upon 2 upon q, so it will be simply t q upon 2. Now p and q, they are relatively prime, so that means this 2, it must divide t. So this t, it should be some multiple of 2. So the minimum value of t in this case will be simply 2 minutes. So it is when the time is 2 minutes, this striker, it will return to its initial position, giving nh and nv as integral numbers. So if the time is 2, now we can find bounce number. Now we need to find bounce number for the striker. Now bounce number for the striker will be 2 times number of horizontal trips and number of vertical trips. So number of horizontal trips will simply be p, and number of vertical trips will be q, and in each trip there will be 2 bounces. So bounce number for this trajectory will be 2p plus 2q, and that is the answer to this question.